What's up, YouTube? Pink Reaper here, back with more Let's Play Celeste. So in the last part, we finished, what was it, 3 of the seasides, I believe, or maybe 4. And in this part, we're going to be doing the last 3, but before we start that, I need to just talk about something real quick. So this is actually a re-recording. I actually recorded myself completing all 3 of the remaining seasides. I have that video, and there weren't any real problems in terms of the video technically. There was no like audio issues or anything like that. There was more to do with it had more to do with the video was too long, like way too long, because I was getting really destroyed on the chapter 8 seaside, or rather not really destroyed. So I'll get more into it. Yeah, by the way, I'm kind of upset that I had to re-record this. Because as you can see here, I had sort of my best run ever on this seaside. 7 deaths. And now I have to do it again. So it was the same thing. Like, I actually had a really good run of this one and the next seaside, but Chapter 8 was just destroying me. And, I didn't really have a, I'll explain it when I get there. Why I decided I was gonna re-record that. Oh, shoot. Damn. Oops. Getting into it here, though, this is the only seaside that's different than the rest, because it technically has 4 screens instead of, damn it, again? It technically has 4 screens instead of 3. Only just barely, though, like... Damn it. There we go. So there's this screen here. Oh no, never mind, I'm thinking of a different seaside, I believe. Or maybe I'm not. Maybe I am thinking of this seaside, I don't remember. No, I'm thinking of this seaside. So there's this vertical seaside, vertical screen here. Yeah, if you go too fast there, you die. There's this vertical screen here, and then there's like an end part to it, and then it sort of, without transitioning you to a new screen, takes you to a second part, but the game like counts that as its own screen, so you'll respawn down there. So watch. So here's this vertical part, and then there's a second part that starts right there. That is its own screen. Even though, like I said, it doesn't actually have a screen transition there. Oh, damn it. I was gonna first try that too. So as you can see, like this, I actually had way more trouble with the first screen than I thought I should have. But as you can see, like this seaside isn't actually that bad. This is definitely the hardest part of the seaside. Oops, I didn't get the right angle I needed there. There we go. And even this isn't particularly bad. I guess I can show off the idea. It's pretty simple. It's just bumper jumps all the way. There's a single upward wall dash jump there, and then that's it. That's the whole thing. Honestly, not that bad in my opinion. Assuming I stop dying right there. I'm dead. let go of the button. Or let go of the stick. I have, whoa. I just ate before I did this, so I've got, like, food on my hand. Oh, damn it. So I'm trying to, like, wipe it off. And if I let go of the stick, I lose momentum, so... Oh, hello. Hello! That was way more than momentum than I expected. That's dead. I used to have a lot more... Oh, yeah. Well, I had that much trouble. I used to have a lot more trouble with these bumpers. Not these ones specifically on this seaside, but like the bumpers in general. Oh, I didn't get it. That was it. That was the end of the level. Like hitting them the correct way, basically, to get the angles I needed. I don't know. I had a lot of trouble with that. And I guess just because they use them so much in the, like, the extra game stuff of this... Oh, really? I didn't dash. Cool. Pretend you guys didn't see that. But yeah, since they use them so much in the, like, extra game stuff, the post-game stuff, I'm dead. I have no way of surviving this. I tried to go back. I just got used to it, I guess, a bit more. There's a lot of leeway, too. You can kind of see it in the design of the, like, these aren't perfect circles. There's, well, obviously it's hard to make perfect circles with, pixel art. But it's essentially, an octagon. And each individual side gives you which angle you're going to go at with your dashes. Man, I'm having a way worse time at this than I did the first time. Almost makes me want to upload that first recording, but it's like, it was bad. And like, I guarantee you it wouldn't really be worth watching. I was getting like, actually upset. But not like upset at the game, upset at myself. And... there we go. Like, I just... it doesn't make for good watching, in my opinion. It's one thing to see someone get upset at a game. Like, there's some enjoyment to get out of that. There's some schadenfreude. Oh, that was bad. 30 extra deaths. Jesus. 65 seems high on this, but trust me, it's low. Like, there is something to be said about watching... oh. I've got to fall all the way back here now. There is something to be said about watching someone fail at video games that can be, you know, that can be enjoyable, but I'm dead. But it's not as true, I feel, when, like... I love that you can save yourself on this screen. Oh, god dang it. Dang it! I first tried that, the original playthrough. I had 0 deaths on that screen. This screen is cool as fuck. If I do it right. But yeah, there's something to be said about, you know, seeing someone get owned by like a Kaizo-style game and, the frustration that can come out of that. But it's a lot different when it was like what I was doing, where I was literally just upset with myself. It doesn't make for good entertainment, in my opinion, so... I'm trying to hit that a little early. Because it makes it easier to grab that if you do. Damn it. Alright. Here we go. that's not gonna work. Oh, I think I mentioned this early in the Let's Play, but remember how I said this game really likes its like springs, those springs, and then I also mentioned the blue bumper pads. This is what I was talking about. It's nothing but springs from this point on. So I actually have a recording of this separate of the actual recording of these 3 C-sides. Of just this C-side. I spent a solid 45 minutes just on this screen. The first time I ever did it. I'd like to think I've gotten a little bit better at it since then. But honestly, I really haven't. There's a lot of little weird intricacies you have to know about this C-side. Or about this screen, I should say. Like, for instance, this, that next pink cloud, the disappearing cloud, you don't actually want to do a full jump off of it, because you'll die. You don't need to either. Oops, that was not correct. A lot of, like, this spring right here, you have to be really close to those spikes when you start your dashes, or else you won't make it over the, you won't make it over the top. And also have enough safety. You won't have enough, like, room on the other side. So, like, that is how you want to do it. Fuck. If I can get over that, the rest of it is pretty easy. It's just that series of up dashes that's like... Or that first series of dashes that's like really kind of difficult. But yeah, there's something specific in the last C-side that I'm really bad at. Oops. I don't know why I did that. Like, really bad at. And they use it just before the end of the last screen. And... Or actually, it is the end of the last screen. Like, it's the last thing you have to do on the last screen for the last C-side. And because I'm bad at that, but not, like, everything else... Whoops. What ended up... I was gonna die there either way. If I forward dashed, I would have hit the spikes. I was too far forward. So what was happening in that recording, the one I'm scrapping, essentially, was... I would get to the very end of the C-side, literally right to the very end, multiple times in a row, and then I would just die. On something that's actually very simple, I'm just very bad at it for some reason. And it started to, like, really get to me. I was getting really upset with myself that I was screwing up this simple thing multiple times in a row. And, like, I really need to get you guys to understand, like, how bad it was for me. I don't know why I hit that so early. At one point, I, like, muted my mic. I just, like, didn't want to hear you guys take it out. You guys to hear me take it out on myself. And I don't feel like that makes for good entertainment. Fuck. It's kind of like this right here. Like, assume, like, that part that I'm dying on right there. Like, it's not that hard, right? I just had to dash forward and, you know, not die. It's something akin to that, except... Honestly, it's a bit easier. I'm just really bad at it. I'd actually be willing to state too that this seaside is actually harder. Damn it. I need to, before I do that forward dash, the one I died on right there, I need to pull back a little or else I'm not going to have enough room and I'm going to die. And I just keep forgetting that. But yeah, I feel like this seaside's actually a little bit harder than the last seaside. At least in terms of final screens. The first couple screens on this seaside are not that bad, obviously. Fuck! Can't believe I died right there. Anyways, though. Yeah, this seaside fucked me up the first time I played it. Like, I spent so much time on this screen. On the plus side, that gave me... Oh, so right there, that might seem a little bit weird. That little tiny block with the spikes on it for seemingly no reason. Fuck. I had that. Originally... I'm gonna go to it on this. So originally this block, the tiny little one square block with the spikes on it, didn't have spikes on top. It didn't have spikes on it at all, actually. Or at least not these kind of spikes. Instead, it had these kind of spikes, just going straight up. But it only went up probably about 4 or 5 block heights. And because they only went up that high, you could still just go over them. Like, you could dash over them after bouncing off that bumper. What they wanted you to do, I guess, is to go underneath and then up dash against that block and then do an upward dash jump off of it to hit that crystal. But again, just like I'm going over it every time I do this, you could still do that when it had the blue spikes over it as well. Also, there is as you can see there's a opening in the spikes right there at the bottom that you can dash forward through instead of dashing up instead of jumping off the pink cloud like I do. I actually never noticed that the first time I played this, so I got really used to just doing that bounce, so I don't go for that dash even though it's slightly faster. And it's not even necessarily that hard to hit because it's actually a pretty big opening. It's just, again, I'm used to doing it a different way, so I just do it that way. Damn it! But yeah, as you can imagine, those crystal section is the last section of this seaside. There's kind of like a Kaizo trap at the end of this seaside, but it's really obvious. The wall you grab after completing that... Oh shoot, I might not have enough height here. Oh, I did. This falls. Whew. But, I mean, it's pretty easy to react to. And it's really obvious when you see it. Like, you can't see it anymore because it's gone. But, like, it's really obviously a wall that falls. So yes, by the way, I did know it wasn't rain that was falling. I just didn't want to say it was cherry blossom petals because I didn't want to give away that I knew that there was extra stuff in this game. Anyway. always worry that at one point I'm going to do this seaside and I'm going to somehow die trying to get that heart. Like, I'm just going to not dash up and I'll just miss it and die. It's 38 deaths. Not bad. Better than the 65 from before. So anyway, so 70 deaths doesn't actually seem like a shitload, right? Like, it's not that many. You'll understand when we get there, though. So just like everything else with the core, in order to do this one, you have to have all the crystal hearts from beforehand, which I have, obviously. So this is what I'm really bad at. I don't know why, but I can't get this jump. See, that's what ends up happening. I get the full instead of the... And there's one of these sections at the end of the seaside, and I am bad at it. There we go. And because I'm so bad at it, what happens is I get through the very last screen, like everything, all the actual hard stuff of the last screen on this seaside, and then I just die and have to restart anyway. And it would just aggravate me so much. So, I mean, I'm going for it right now. Even if this takes me an hour, I will upload it. I'm just gonna try not to get angry. Luckily, since I've recorded that, there was a Nintendo Direct, so I have stuff to talk about if I get stuck on this. Oh. I'm dead. I actually consider this screen to be quite a bit more difficult than most of the stuff on the last screen. I don't know why. So here's the last screen. There is lava. So I'm just going to show this off real quick. You're going to use both of your dashes to land on these blocks. Do an upwards diagonal through that... diagonal upright through that first block to refresh your dashes. And then forward, forward, bounce, bounce up. Do the empty hops on these so that you don't get the full bounces off the clouds, because you'll die if you do. Dash to launch yourself over here. That should be obvious what you're doing right there. Launch yourself, climb up, bounce, bounce, bounce. Some crystal jumps. This is like the actual hard part of the level, is this little section here, because you have to actually waste a certain amount of time so that when you... so you're gonna turn to ice right here. So you're gonna do... These platforms are gonna fall. And then you're going to turn it to lava again by jumping over this last falling platform, which will allow you to bounce off that bottom platform and land up here and refresh your dashes. If you go too quickly, the lava won't have fallen enough for you to actually bounce off that last platform. So then, there's all that. That's the actual hard part. And then just two. All I have to do is two of the mini jumps. But I'm really bad at it, so I tend to die there a lot. So anyway, onwards to this seaside. This is probably the seaside I have... Oh, I'm dead. I have the most practice with, because I've gone back and played it a couple times. Oh, that's... that's fine. I just went reback... Because I actually really like this... Like, a lot of the stuff... Oh, cool. That's in this last screen. It's just... I'm really bad at it. I just needed to waste some time there so I wouldn't die. that's bad. That's bad. I wasted too much time on one of those. I am going to try and focus a bit here. So I can get this done without having to waste a fucking hour on it. But yeah, since the first time I recorded the Seaside, there has been a Nintendo Direct. That was actually just yesterday. And there was a huge announcement that, like, I'm super fucking hyped for. I'm talking, of course, about the Splatoon 2 DLC. I don't give a shit about the new Smash game. Yep, I'm dead. See, I went too fast. Oh, I'm absolutely dead now. The new Octoling campaign, as well as playable Octolings in multiplayer. Oh, I'm so fucking hyped for that. I'm absolutely getting back into Splatoon now. That's death. I cannot wait to make my Octoling girl. Oh my god, she looks so fucking cute. I cannot wait to wear the Tupac bandana, which is a new thing that you can get, I guess. Shoutouts to Pearl and Marina being dressed as Biggie and Tupac in that trailer. Shoutouts to the song in that trailer. That song was so fucking hype. The new campaign looks awesome too. It looks like Splatoon 2 hard mode, basically. Shit, I ran out of stamina. That was it. That was the perfect amount of time wasted. But yeah, it just looks really cool, and like no one's talking about, they show off some weird stuff that like never really happened in the main campaign. Like there's a part where you're going through what looks like an obstacle course using the Baller special, which looks cool as hell. It seems like from what they've shown, they're really trying to emphasize like oh, I'm dead. They're really trying to emphasize like the specials and stuff like that, and like unique sort of gameplay mechanics that didn't get fleshed out enough in the single player campaign from Splatoon 2, the normal one. Oh, why didn't I get the jump? And it looks so fucking awesome. I cannot wait to get it. I cannot wait to play it. I cannot wait to play as a Octoling girl. So be prepared for that. I'm going to start getting back into Splatoon. I'll probably start streaming it again. I haven't really streamed much, obviously, in a while. A lot of that was just because I was sick. A lot of it because I didn't really have anything I wanted to stream. Damn. I'm trying to waste time right there so I can get the lava at like a level I want. I've yet to even get to the part that I'm bad at. That's the best part. Other stuff that was announced, stuff that I don't really care about, like Okami HD. Oh, No More Heroes looks fucking awesome. Can't wait to play that. South Park: The Fractured But Whole is awesome, but I have no intention of buying it because fuck Ubisoft. Like, I understand that not everyone who makes games at Ubisoft is Ubisoft, but like, seriously, fuck Ubisoft. Oh, am I dead? Oh, I'm not dead. Alright, here it comes. See if I can do this. Nope, I just walked off the edge while I was trying to set up my angle. Okay, I can't even blame that on me being bad at that technique. That was just me being stupid. But it's like, it's the same thing with like Mario vs. Rabbids. I understand that the people who made that game are like super dedicated video game designers. They just have a love for video games and they have a love for their craft and they make good games. The problem is they make good games for Ubisoft, so I'm not buying your games. I'm sorry. I know Matt Parker and Trey Stone, the guys who actually make South Park, love video games, and they love video games not being, you know, shit products. But still, they went with Ubisoft, which I'm sure it's probably more along the lines of Ubisoft was the only one willing to make their game, but still. It's still Ubisoft. Oh, I'm dead. I landed too low on that. So yeah, I'm not going to be buying the Fractured Butthole. Not going to be buying the Crash Insane Trilogy, even though I know that's super big for a lot of people, because that game's super popular. I just don't like the Crash Bandicoot series. I don't think they're particularly good games. I don't think they've aged particularly well either. But, again, that's just me. I know there's a lot of people who are very interested in those games, and are very hype about them coming to a Nintendo console. Same with Dark Souls. I don't really care about Baby's first roguelike. I'll keep playing my Bullet Hell roguelike instead. Or maybe I'll pick up Crypt of the Necrodancer, which is another good roguelike game. But yeah. I will say... damn it. That's how I die, every single time. I will say, one of the more interesting things is a bunch of people are so upset that there was a bunch of ports announced, basically. It's like, oh, port of Crash the Insane Trilogy, port of South Park, port of Okami, port of Dark Souls, port of this, port of that. Meh, meh, meh. I'm so deeply upset about this, yet these are the same people who were complaining that Nintendo didn't get third-party games. What the fuck do you think a third-party game is? It's a port. It's a port onto multiple systems. Fuck off, you idiots. Like, is there really no pleasing you? Okay, so now we have all of the first-party goodness that Nintendo always creates, but now we're suddenly getting amazing third-party ports as well of, like, Doom, Wolfenstein, South Park, Dark Souls, Crash, a bunch of stuff that, like, you never thought you'd ever see on a Nintendo console. But, oh, it's ports, so I don't want them. Like, go fuck yourself. Like, I actually liken that to the Zelda cycle, where, everyone hates whatever Zelda game is currently out until it's no longer the current Zelda game. At which point, it is suddenly the best Zelda game. That's just how it is with Zelda fanboys. Fuck! Here it comes. Here it is. On the note of Okami HD, by the way, which I know a lot of people are also, like, really hype about because people really loved Okami. I own Okami. I bought the Wii port of it. And I didn't really, like, I didn't hate it. It's just, I liked it up until it was done, at which point the game kept going for way too fucking long. There was no reason for the game to keep going after, like, the first arc. I guess if they really wanted to keep going, they could have gone from the first arc to, like, the last arc. I would have been fine with that. Or even just the second and the last arc. But they just kept, like, it just kept going. I couldn't keep caring, basically. The game goes on for too long. And it's not like the game's not fun, it's just, it got repetitive. Like, very repetitive and very kind of boring towards the end, because it's just, oh, there's another evil to end all evils, now in a slightly different area. Do the things you've been doing. It's structurally unsound, I feel. And it doesn't help that there's, like, a ton of backtracking and no good ways to fast travel. In a game that's actually really fucking huge. So, I don't know. It's sort of like Twilight Princess if Twilight Princess was even longer and more over-bloated. And Twilight Princess is pretty bloated, don't get me wrong. That's another game that could have just sort of ended in the second to last act. Like, have Zant be the actual final boss and don't even bother adding in the hijacked by Ganon part. God damn it. Actually, do I even need to do that? Hold on. I gotta get back there real quick. Oh, I thought I had a dash. I don't know why. But yeah, so Okami's not one I'm gonna really be interested in buying. They announced basically nothing for the 3DS. I don't know why they're still announcing stuff for the 3DS. The 3DS is essentially a dead console. Yes, I did just get Radiant Historia, which is a fucking amazing game so far. But, like, that's third party. I'm sure there are third parties that had been working on 3DS games that weren't going to be out until after the Switch came out no matter what. Let them do their thing, and, like, Nintendo, don't even worry about the 3DS. Okay, let me try this. Wow. I didn't need to do that second jump this whole time. Did I just die? I just died, didn't I? It killed me in the ending cutscene. I didn't know that could happen. Okay. Well, that sucks. I guess I'm doing it again. I have no reason to do this. You've seen me complete this now. That was really lame. But, I mean, it didn't count, so I'm not counting it. Not even angry. Like, now that I know that I don't have to do this, the second dash jump, I'm significantly less angry. It is kind of weird that you can die there, though. Oh, I might not have left myself enough time here. Alright, so I'm gonna go fast here, then. Oh, I died anyway. I didn't hit the heart that time. I need to hit the heart to refresh my dash. That's really weird. I can't believe I can die during that scene. That feels like an oversight. Like, that should not be allowed to happen. Granted, I have noticed that the timer doesn't stop right when you grab the heart. The timer starts... This timer stops like 2 or 3 seconds after that. Which means, while you're grabbing the heart, you are still in gameplay, so... oops. I guess that's what that's all about. But again, I feel like that's an oversight. I feel like the timer should stop right when you grab the heart. And in fact, there was an update just, like... that happened just as I started playing this, and it said to restart the game to use the update. So maybe that was it. I doubt it, but maybe that was it. Maybe they re-added the spikes in the Chapter 7 seaside. Maybe they just made them go all the way up to the ceiling so you can't get over them now. In which case, haha! I'm never playing that seaside again. Alright, let's try this one last time. Or not. Wow, I didn't even get the right one there. I guess I could just do a hyper dash since I have the room for it, but for that first jump, but I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, if this starts taking a little bit too long since we're already at 40 minutes, I'm just gonna count this as already completed, because you guys saw me beat it. Like, you even saw me collect the heart. I don't know how or why I died. Mostly just because I don't want this going on for too long. It leaves sort of a bad taste in my mouth, though, to not have this properly completed. even though I actually got it properly completed on this file already. As you can see, I'm actually pretty good at the seaside. I'm gonna die again? Okay, good. There we go. So there it is. There is this seaside completed. There's every seaside completed, including this one twice, I guess. That was really weird. I'm not counting those last 6 deaths. I only died 30 times. The last 6 deaths don't count because they happened after I already beat this. So one of the other things I did after beating the seaside was I went to show off, just for reals this time, the golden strawberry here. Just to show off, you know, one, that that I can get it, and 2, that it plays sort of a weird noise when you collect it. So let's go up here. I love Chapter 1. It's so easy. I just love the music too, and I love the C-side, or the B-side music for this chapter so much. It's not my favorite song in the entire game. My favorite song in the entire game is Confronting Myself, the song that plays when you're fighting Badeline in Chapter 6. But it's still, like, it's so good. Slow way so I don't die. Never do this room the fast way. Oh, I almost died right there. So. Oh, it doesn't do it! No, it doesn't do it if it's a ghost one. Oh, I have to go get another one somehow. Alright guys, are you ready for me to get another golden strawberry? Because we're doing that in this part. Let's go to Chapter 2 and let's get Chapter 2's golden strawberry. Oh, I'm not as good at this chapter as I am at the first one. Although I have gotten this golden strawberry before. Should I go for the fast strat? Should I go for the fast strat? That was such not a good idea. This chapter also has just amazing fucking music. Oh. Too bad we're not really going to get to hear as much of it because I'm about to skip a lot of it. Or I'm going to skip through parts of it pretty quick. Oh, I almost died there. See if I remember how to do this. Oh, fuck! Ah, dang it. So there's a function of this golden strawberry. It takes you all the way back to the beginning. I think I showed that off originally, but... it took me a few tries. Yeah, I should not be going for that. The first time I got this golden strawberry... it took me a solid, like, 8 or 9 tries. And I was getting far into the level, mind you. Oops. Man, I said I wasn't going to make this video long, either. I just wanted to show off this golden strawberry sound. It sounds like a fucking gong. This is such good music, though. I'm almost not mad about this. Almost. I gotta stop doing it that way. It doesn't work that way. I've done this a lot. Shit, I think I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. Alright, one last try. And then, if I don't get it, sorry guys, you're just not going to get to see it. I really feel like this chapter's actually not that hard. And in some ways, like, it's a little bit easier than the first chapter. If you know what you're doing, at least. If you're bad like me, though, it doesn't actually matter, so... Okay. Alright. Oh, that's not where I wanted to go. Alright, I guess I'll do it the right way. Oh, fun fact. One time while I was trying to get this golden strawberry, so I died, right? And I respawned, like I do. And I just started going through the chapter again to try and get it. And I think by about, like, this screen, I realized I had forgotten to get the golden strawberry. Like, I just didn't have it in my inventory. Or it wasn't following me. Shoutouts to that one strawberry I never got. Alright, let's just go through here and do this. Oh, I'm dead. Alright, that's it, guys. I wasn't even looking. Like, that was the problem. I wasn't looking forward. I was looking... I wasn't looking at the block I was supposed to jump through there. I was looking too far forward, and I fucked up my jump. That's gonna be it. I might start... I really don't want to finish this Let's Play, I'm gonna be honest. I just want to keep recording this game, and I want to keep playing this game. So I might start doing golden strawberry attempts, and I'll start recording them. I probably won't upload everything. Like, I'll probably upload in, like, about 20-minute chunks, and then if I haven't gotten one, I just won't upload that. But I think I will start uploading golden strawberry attempts for at least the main chapters and maybe a couple of the C-sides. I don't know about the B-sides. I'm not that good. I'm okay at platformers, but I'm not, like, that good. Oh, I guess I can also show off... there is some, like, other movement techniques I never really showed off. So there's, like, this. So you can get your jump back after a dash and still have enough time to do the dash jump out of it, but it's not as good, in my opinion, as just doing a hyper dash, because you don't get as much distance, although it is necessary sometimes if you want to, like, if you want to be able to jump at a specific height to get over things. But you can also do this, which is the which is like a reverse dash. The window for it is pretty large. You don't get as much height, or I mean, you don't get as much distance, but you also don't need as much room, because you need quite a bit of room when you start this dash to do this jump. But you don't need quite as much for that one, because obviously you just dash one way and then turn around. Likewise, you can do... let's see if I can show this here. You can dash into a wall and then turn around and still do it. So you can actually do it with, like, very little space. I think that's really it, other than, like, the corner jumps, which I also never really do. If you dash diagonally at a corner that you can jump off, I don't know if I can do it on that one. Let's do it on this one. There we go. So that your dash ends with you just, like, against the corner. You can do a wall jump off of it. Like that. So, there's a couple parts where, like, if you're speedrunning this game or if you want to do skips, that's useful, but I'm not a speedrunner of this game, although I'd kind of like to be. So it's not something I ever really used. I just know that it exists. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do either. It helps if you have some sort of, like, visual cue, like you know where to jump and when to dash, but it is a thing that exists. If any of you pick up this game, which you should, because it is fucking amazing. There's also just, like, the... Yeah, I was gonna say, there's the... Let's see if I can do it. Probably can't. You can actually do, like, a double dash jump. Like, you can dash off this this wall, and then dash off of the corner as well while you're still in the dash... Or jump off the corner while you're still in the dash animation. So, yeah. That's everything I know about this game for now, but yeah. This isn't the end. I am going to keep recording. I am going to keep doing more parts. I said I didn't want this part to be an hour long, and yet here we are. That is going to be it for this part, though, guys. Until the next one, thanks for watching. This has been Pink Reaper, signing out.